not having a place to stay is an emergency situation. So the effort that I put into trying to have success in something, that intensity is what worked more than any tactic that I use or any method that I apply to get clients.
Love, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing love. This for all my boss days. Go do your boss.
What's up, boss fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss, and I am back with another Tuesday live, man. And this is a special day. We are also recording an episode of the podcast for everyone in podcast land on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you're listening to this. Welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you all so much for being here. It is so wonderful to be back on a live stream in real time with my community. We got Pumpkin Pie 27 in the chat. I love you. Kimberly in the chat. Assure Cleaning in the chat. WR Cleaning in the chat. Lorena Ramirez in the chat. I see y'all. I love y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for being in here. Angie's in the chat. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's go. I am pumped today. I was in the office, had some free time on a Tuesday like I usually do. So I figured what better to do with my time than to come and bring some value to my community, man. If you're new to the podcast, welcome to the podcast. This is the Cleaning Boss podcast, where we try to do everything we can to make sure you become the ultimate cleaning boss. And welcome. This is the realest community on the internet, the realest cleaning business community on the internet. I guarantee you that. Just check out the love that we have in the chat, man. Everyone's already in the chat showing love. Appreciate y'all for being here. Where we at? Let me know. Put the cities in the chat. We got Boston, Massachusetts in the building. Shout out to Beantown. Where else is everybody in here from, man? Make sure y'all like this video so more people find it. Hit that like button for your boy. I would really appreciate it. If you have questions, as you already know, you can hop on stream. You can hop backstage. I will put that a link in the chat right now. Let's go ahead and boom. So the link's in the chat for you guys to hop backstage. I will give my little spill like I usually do on these live streams, because I do have a topic that's kind of hitting me hard today, and I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about it, maybe get your take on it. And then, you guys hop backstage and ask your questions, whatever's going on in your cleaning business. I would love to help you. I want to be a part of your story. I want to be a part of helping you grow and getting you to that next level. The cleaning industry is the industry that saved my life. You guys know my story. I started off as a homeless person, and I was able to turn my life around because of this industry by getting into this business. And if I'm able to help someone do that or change their life in that way, then that's all I need from the rest of this life. So don't have a whole lot of things to sell you. We are having more and more things come up for people to buy and for ways to support the channel and to help build this movement into something else, because it is a movement. And we are trying to make it as big as possible. So a couple things coming up. I have the mentorship group. A lot of you guys have been asking about a mentorship group. A couple of people are already in here who are definitely going to be a part of the mentorship group. Oh, shout out to Buffalo, New York. Is that Australia? Are you serious? Shout out to Australia, man. We international today, man. I love y'all. We usually have a couple of people from like Nigeria or the UK. That's a different one. Australia. Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the podcast. Appreciate y'all for being here. It's a big one today. I love it. I love it. But yeah, so the mentorship group is live. I'll probably make it live tomorrow. So it's going to be free for those of you who know me well, those of you who have been members of the channel for longer than 30 days. You guys know who you are. So I'll be sending you guys your link with your free code to go ahead and join the group. Also, anyone who has had a consultation with me in the past, there's an extreme discount for you as well. So make sure you send me an email if you want to be a part of it, or send me a DM on Instagram, and I'll make sure I get you that code for you as well. Fabrico says 8:30 a.m. there in Australia. Wow, good morning. Good morning. What a way to wake up. Let's get to the business then, man. And the main thing, I'm not gonna spill for too long. Oh, London in the building. Shout out to London, Washington State. You're my neighbor in here. We got London, Australia, Washington, Seattle's in the building, Brooklyn, New York, baby. I see you. This is a good live stream, man. Everybody, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button so that the algorithm picks it up and shows it to more people, and we get to grow this community and help it to continue to boom. And speaking of a booming community, I just talked about the mentorship group is going to be at mycleaningboss.com. Everything is moving to mycleaningboss.com. So go check it out. The site is awesome. Of course, it's where the app lives. So if you don't have an app to run your cleaning business from anywhere in the world, then check out My Cleaning Boss. It's it's my operations app to help cleaning business owners, which is also who puts this podcast on. The sponsor, the unpaid, obviously, just our platform. This is what belongs to us. It's a platform that's for cleaners, by us cleaners, and inspired by the questions and the problems that we've been having in our business and that we've grown and overcome. Building this channel and building this community. So it's something that's for us, by us. Go and download it if you haven't been a part of the community for very long. We started an app. We made our own app. We got tired of being tied to going to locations and chasing behind cleaners and wondering if people got jobs done. So we made a way to GPS track cleaners, keep their time, and make sure they're being held accountable with checklists. New things on the app. Actually, I want to talk about that a little bit. There's some new features on the app. Before and after pictures. There's a new feature on the app. So now as your cleaners are going through their checklist, they can take before and after pictures, and you can have that data as well. You can share it with your client, or you can make your advertisements. And you guys know we do before and after for most of the things that we post online. It's always before and after. So, but really, really cool. Check out the app, download at mycleaningboss.com. But also on mycleaningboss.com is where you will find the group, mycleaningboss.com/bosses only. That's the name of the group, is Bosses Only, because that's what it is. I'm only, from now on, I'm only really putting my deep time and effort into people who care enough about themselves to invest in themselves. And that makes you a boss in my book. So the group is for bosses only. It's, you can pay for it for the year, or there's a monthly subscription option as well. So go and check that out. But as always, I will be here on YouTube, posting videos and providing as much value in that platform as I always have, and document my journey and what I'm going through in this business. But yeah, so don't forget, ask your questions in the comments or hop backstage on the link that I shared a little bit ago in the comments. I'll try to pin it. Let's see if we can pin this comment. I don't know if I can pin it though, but it is there. So there's proof. So go and find that comment and hop backstage if you want to ask your question live on stream, or just type it in the comments and I'll get to it if I can find it. There's a lot of comments in the comment section, so I'll do my best. But what I want to talk about, also coming up as well, Bosses Only Conference in New Orleans. So I'm definitely trying to get us together. So you guys, just bear with me. I know it's last minute, but it's going to be October 9th and 10th. I'll probably be there the couple days before and a couple of days after for anyone who wants to kick it and do something while we're in the city. But I am putting on a conference in New Orleans, the Bosses Only Conference. It's not going to be super extravagant. It's going to be my first one. I'm going to try to make it very intimate, but I am going to bring a lot of value. I've already got confirmations from speakers, like people from places to help you with benefits for your employees. A lot of us think that because we're small businesses, we can't give our employees benefits, and we most definitely can. So I have an extremely close resource and a plug that I use. Has been a part of my life for most of my entire life. Who will be speaking. Also, AJ Simmons is going to be in the building. He's already committed to coming down to New Orleans, to the Crescent City, right in the middle of the French Quarter is where we're trying to have it. And so it'll be a fun opportunity for you to come and hang with other cleaning bosses, meet people. I can't express how cool it is to be in a room filled with people who have the same mission as you do, who do the same thing that you do, and everyone's goal is to share value. It does something incredible, something unexplainable. You guys saw my reaction to when I went to CBN conference, and so obviously inspired me to kind of do something for my own and bring my community together. So I'm really excited about putting on this conference. So be on the lookout for whatever I put out about that. And yeah, we'll get into it. I'll answer some questions here today. After my little spill, I want to talk about intensity. I've been getting a lot of comments and questions, as I always do, and I do my best to respond to them in the comments, but there's some that take a little bit more, and I need to take a deeper dive. But I can sense the problem. There's a general theme in a lot of people that are at the very bottom tier, just starting and not really sure what exactly is required in order to make a difference. in and actually starting to move the needle in your cleaning business. And I think I've been working on trying to say things a little bit lighter. I know you guys know me as the harsh, hard, tough love type of coach, but I'm trying to put this in a way where it doesn't come off as I'm like speaking down, because I do really care about you guys and I want you guys to succeed. But there's no other way to put this other than there's a lack of intensity. That's why I named this live stream, this podcast episode, intensity, and not just like, oh, I really want this. I think everyone is underestimating the level of intensity that is required to start from the bottom. Like, there's some people in here who have some success, and congratulations. We're all, some of us are blessed and we've had some success, but even those of us who've had some success, like we underestimate how comfortable we are with life, how we don't have to deal with some of the things that we used to have to deal with. Like, my situation, the only reason why I got out of my situation was because of the intensity that I put. I was actually sick of my situation. I was, I was homeless. That's an emergency situation. Not having a place to stay is an emergency situation. So the effort that I put into trying to have success in something, that intensity is what worked more than any tactic that I use or any method that I applied to get clients. It was the intensity. It was because I was trying so hard. When I'm listening to podcasts or when I'm watching videos, I'm not just casually watching. I'm not just casually listening. I'm hanging on to every single word that everybody is saying. I'm really paying attention and listening to the nuances and understanding their angles and what they're actually trying to do in their business and why they would be speaking the way that they're speaking or putting out the type of value that they're putting out. I'm really listening and really analyzing, and I'm searching for the answers for my questions. I'm reading through blog articles. There's a level of intensity. This isn't a casual do it kind of on this, not just on the side, because you can put a small amount of time to it and still have success. It's the level of intensity that you put into it. And so I want to tell a story. So when I was a kid living in the Ninth Ward in New Orleans, there was this dog down the street from my house who, was behind this fence, big ass Rottweiler. And me and my friends, when we were younger, being dumb little boys, we would mess with the dog. The dog's behind the gate. We poking stick through the gate at the dog, antagonizing the dog, making it bark, teasing it, blah 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 blah. For years, we're talking maybe a year and a half. This went on of us just teasing this dog, and you could tell that every time we passed that this dog did not like us. This dog could not wait to chew a hole in all of our behinds for messing with it every single time we passed that gate. And we knew that if that dog ever had a chance to get out of that gate, or there's no gate in between us, that we would get chewed up. And lo and behold, one day it happened. We're all walking in the same direction we usually walk. We get right past the gate, and we realize that the gate there's no lock on the gate anymore. The chain that usually wraps around the edge of the gate with the lock on it is gone. We still see the dog, but we don't see any chain on the gate. Not sure what the neighbor had going on, if there was, changing something, cleaning something, or moving, or what have you. But the dog has free reign. And of course, as soon as he sees us, darts to the gate, pushes the gate open with absolute ease, and there's now nothing between us but space and opportunity. The dog was running with intensity because it could not wait to chew a hole in my ass. The type of intensity that I want you to have is the type of intensity I had running away from that dog, running for my life. I was scared for my life. I've never ran that fast, ever in my life. I probably look like a cartoon with just the blurry circle wheels for legs. That's intensity, running for your life. That's effort. It has to be nothing else. It has to be, I have to do this. I have to change my life. That's how you run away from poverty. That's how you run away from being broke, with intensity, running from your life, running for your life. away from whatever the bad the terrible situation is, whether it's being homeless, not having money. Run away from that with intensity. You should be trying to get as far away from that as possible. Y'all taking it like it's a joke. Being broke isn't a joke. It's easier to die when you're broke. You're that much closer. You're that much closer to your well-being being completely destroyed. So if this is what you're going to do, this is how you've decided to change your life, you need to be intense about it. You need to put all of your effort into it. Everything you got. That's how you're going to succeed. When I first started getting into my personal finance and trying to figure out how to get out of debt and things, you guys know, I used to listen to a lot of Dave Ramsey, and Dave Ramsey in his baby steps, when he's talking about that first baby step, he mentions that like you have to have the intensity of a gazelle. Lion intense, be intense as a lion. It's that important. It's that important. This is a 1% lifestyle you're trying to get to. The effort has to be intense. You need to put everything into it. Everything. And that's why a lot of people talk about mental toughness, is because you're going to put everything into it every single time. And most of the time it's not going to work. That takes a toll on you, on everyone. We're human. Yeah. But you have to have the mental toughness to not let that stop you from trying and continuing to give it your best effort every single time, knowing that it's probably not going to work this time. That's what it takes. Keep trying, keep selling, keep getting better, keep getting those no's, keep trying to understand why, and keep moving forward. Keep improving yourself with intensity. Like I understand that I might not ever get to the level that I want to get to, but I am literally trying to get there every single day. My hardest. I am working my hardest to get there every single day. You guys don't say I'm not on live 24/7, but like I work damn near 24/7. I'm up most hours of the night. I can't wait to have a group where you guys can chat with each other and really be like, oh yeah, I've talked to DJ. Like there's never a time where someone that I do business with has reached out to me and I have not been able to like respond. I'm always up working. That's what people miss about the people who are like at the top. We bust our ass. It's not for nothing. But intensity. Have some intensity, man. Approach this with everything you got. But I'm not gonna talk for any longer. Somebody hop backstage. We can bring you on stage, answer your questions. Let me know what you guys got going on in your cleaning business, or just say what up. Let's see what we got in the comments. The Fluent One, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you being on the live. Always on here. Dylan, I see you, big dog. Erica says we missed you, man. I missed you guys too. That's why I had to come back and do another live stream on Tuesday. This was my favorite thing in the world to do. So I'm glad to be back with the community. I'm glad to have everybody here. It's dope. It is dope. What does the Fluent One say? Let's see. So we had a question from the Fluent One. Says, hey DJ, when is a good time during the day to do your in-person cold calls or walk-ins? So I like this question. Good question. So my favorite time period to do sales, and especially in the beginning, like if you're like paying employees to do sales and things like that, this is how you can really like optimize and cut down on how much it's going to cost you to get this done through your employees, or you're just going to be more effective if you're doing it yourself. But it's between those, just think about real life, like what goes on in an office, throughout the day. How do these executives manage their days at the office if they are in the office? They're probably going to come to work. They're going to sit down for an hour. They're immediately going through like, what their day is going to be. So about an hour after they're at the office, they're probably in the middle of their work, right? So I like to hit them, right then. So they've had their coffee, they've sat down, they've gotten used to being at work. I like to be right there. So if the work day in your area typically starts at 8, I like to start calling around 9. So I'm 9 to 11, 11:30. 11:30, people start going to lunch. So it's usually like, nothing, a lot of nothing from the hours of noon to about 1, 1, yeah, 1:30. So then again, I'm doing sales from 1:30 to about 4 when most of those executive types are going home. And so that's how I like to split it, is between those hours. So between the hours of like 9 and 11, 11:30, and the hours of 1:30 and 4:30 at the latest. Because most of the executives, they usually aren't at their desk till 5 o'clock p.m. They usually leave around 4. I just have found that I'm more successful during those time periods of the day, whether I'm walking into a building, whether I'm doing cold calls, or even during the day running ads. If I have direct response ads, then those even perform better at those time periods of the day. I guess depending on what it is that I'm selling, but yeah, that's how I like to do it. Those are the good times of the day. That dope question, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. WR Cleaning says, I need the app. Yes, you do. Everybody needs the app. How are you going to run your business? How are you going to be on vacation in Hawaii and have your cleaning business still operating if you don't know if people showed up to the location? You don't know if they actually did all the things that they were supposed to do in the location. You have no way of seeing or checking any of this stuff. This is a way to run your business from anywhere in the world. Everybody needs the app. Go get it. mycleaningboss.com. Dylan Ram Kissin says, yo, DJ, what up, man? I see you, man. Appreciate you for being here. Need a shout out, throw you up on the screen. Let's see. So we got Angie says, how to find commercial cleaning contracts. So I can tell you the number one way is going to be search. So people search for the service. That's going to be the easy, low-hanging fruit that anyone can kind of start with and start picking up business. But you can't control it. You have no control over search volume or how many people are actually searching or in the market. So the other way is outreach. So whether you want to do outreach on any of the platforms on social media, DMing people, or if you want to cold call people, if you want to email people, or if you want to go door to door, you have to do some form of outreach. But those are the ways, especially in the beginning. There's other ways to attract them, which would be running advertisements. But again, advertisements are really, you really have to be done a certain way in order for them to be, successful for you, because, again, you have no control over search volume. And if you're running ads for people who are not in the market for cleaning, it's a little bit more difficult and a little bit longer sales cycle to get those people to, go from not knowing who you are and not needing cleaning or not even thinking about cleaning to hiring you as a cleaner. So it can be done that way. It's just so that's the next level. But in the beginning, those first things that I mentioned, that's how you're going to get started. That's how you're going to find commercial accounts. Let's see. So next question. Going right along. Dylan Ramkison says, yo, DJ, I've sent out a few proposals to clients. Haven't heard anything back yet. What are the elements of an effective proposal? What can I include to have my clients trust me? Have you not downloaded the free proposal template that I put out every single video? Like, hop backstage. Do you guys need me to share the link again? Because I will share the link. Because I have, like, it's hard for me to answer questions and not be able to go back and forth with you. I need context. I need context. Because if you don't, if you know, then it's kind of it's spelled out kind of on the proposal template exactly how I do proposals, and it kind of answers that question for you. But download the proposal template, go through it, pay attention to kind of how I'm speaking. I think the very first slide is addressing what you heard in the walkthrough. So that's how you make people trust you, is you pay attention to them. You listen to what they're saying, you listen to what they want, and then you let them know that you were listening by expressing that. So I have an entire page on the things, like the first or second page on the proposal, like saying that, hey, this is what we heard. These are the things that you say you needed. So that's also how you assure that you don't miss and that you hit every mark in your sales when you go to present your actual offers, because you're going to offer things directly matching to their solution. But yeah, that's the beauty of the free proposal template. If you guys do not have it, I think you can go to mycleaningboss.com/proposal template, or just click any of the videos that I put out, including this one. I'm pretty sure the link is in the description, And yeah, download the free proposal template. Obviously change my colors to your colors. Your in branding, change out the pictures of my employees to pictures of your employees wearing your uniform and stuff like that. Media is obviously a part of this. That's how you make people trust you, is your presentation of your business. So not just giving them your standard like estimate that you got from one of these things that just kind of puts your logo in the top corner and itemizes the price and thing that looks like a receipt or an invoice. That's not going to do it. Literally everybody does that. Literally everybody does that, has been doing it for years. That's not going to make you stand out. That's not going to make you look like that's not going to make someone trust you. Anybody can do that. And it's well known that anybody can do that. So put some effort into it. Download like a proposal like template like mine, or make your own. Once you see what mine looks like, you can kind of see what doing a proposal looks like, or a pitch deck or a slide or what have you, and start doing proposals in that way. And I promise you have a little bit more success, or a lot more success, if you're doing it in the first way. But yeah, media is really, really big with your proposals. Take as nice of pictures as you can, but as long as there are actual pictures of you and your business, then that'll go a lot further than just having stock images everywhere. Because obviously you're doing business. This is a B2B business. It's business to business. They're business owners too. They know what a stock image is. They know what stock image looks like. So it just kind of looks like lazy business, or like you're not a real business. That's another way to look untrustworthy, is a lot of stock images, because we're in business. Other business owners know what stock images are. You're not fooling anybody. So take some pictures, even if you have to take them with your phone, as long as they're of your business and you're doing professional things and you look professional in the pictures, then they'll be professional pictures. And if you can, spend some money on it and put that in your proposal in the places where I have pictures and things like that. So that's another way to kind of up your credibility when you're submitting these proposals. But overall, the entire process, look through that entire system of how you're attracting, or you're going your client onboarding process. The more systematized and easy that is for them to go through, the more professional you look as well. So there's a couple of really key things that I think will help you to look more professional and more credible in giving proposals. But yeah, start with downloading the free proposal template. Let's see. Where's current client? We're up here. We got another person in the chat. Darren Griffith says, "What up, though? My guy, you must be from Detroit." Because my guy Mario Kelly says, "What up, though?" all the time, and he's out there from Detroit. Shout out to Detroit, man. Clean Tastics LLC in the building. Love you, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. One of my favorite subscribers. All right. Oh, here is a good question. I am so I put an Instagram video out on this earlier today. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go and follow me at Clean and Boss Family. I'm also the same on TikTok and Facebook, I believe. The LinkedIn page is coming. But this is a good question about running ads. WR Cleaner says, I spent $350 last month on Google Ads and got one phone call, 200 clicks. What am I doing wrong? Now, there's a lot that could be going wrong with the Google Ads campaign. But for one, first blaringly obvious problem with your campaign that I can tell right off the jump is your ad budget is way too low. Especially if you're trying to go for a commercial. I don't know, are you doing residential or commercial? Either way, this ad budget isn't going to cut it on Google. This is not like this is not a new platform where virality is still like a thing, like how it was on like TikTok or Instagram when those platforms first came out. Everyone who was like posting on those platforms early when it first came out got millions of views and millions of subscribers. Like that's how Google was in the beginning. When you were first buying ads, commercial cleaning was a 30 cent per click type thing. When I got into the industry, it was like $13 a click for the search term commercial cleaning. Now it's like a $36 per click term. So, for an ad budget, I usually say you want to bid around 10 times whatever your cost per click is, the average cost per click for whatever keyword you're targeting. So per keyword. So campaigns have hundreds, sometimes thousands of keywords in them. So per keyword, I like your ad budget to be 10 times whatever the cost per click is per day. So if commercial cleaning is a $36 keyword, then you're going to need $360 per day for that keyword. So, and that's how I would build my campaign. And that's how I build my campaign budgets for platforms like Google. And even that's on the low end. And it you can play around with a little bit more features in Google, but the budget needs to be way higher. 350. You have to be like extremely dialed in, like extremely dialed in order to make a $350 ad budget turn a profit with Google Ads. I've seen it happen, but only for people who really know what they're doing. So, but that's where you can start. Your ad budget's not there. You can also look at optimizing your landing page. So 200 clicks. Are you running to a landing page that is kind of just a direct scheduling link, or is there some type of sales aspect to your landing page? That also plays a factor. 350, 200 clicks. I don't know what kind of conversion rate that is on clicks, because I don't know what your impressions are. That's what I'm saying. Like I need, that this is the type of thing I would go over in a one-on-one, because I got to look at what type of impressions you got for this $350 and that got you this 200 clicks. Because I don't know if you got 200 clicks and you had 1,000 impressions, then the 20% conversion ratio on impressions, then that's good. Then now we have to focus on conversion and optimizing the landing page to make sure the clicks that do come in convert. There's something in that funnel that's off. But yeah, first, just starting off, that $350 is not enough to give Google enough data to start to understand who your customer is and who your target audience is, or who your ideal client is. Now, and so, because that's how these platforms work. They work off of an algorithm, and so they heavily rely on matching, matching user data with how they interact with your ad, and how they interact with your page, and how they interact with other things, and how they have in the past, in order to show it to the right people and find people that will actually click through and make a purchase. But you're not giving Google enough data because your ad budget is so small. If you're doing residential, even residential, I mean, that you still kind of really have to know what you're doing. I would say go try Facebook ads. They're not necessarily cheaper, but if you're doing residential, they work a little bit better for residential, and smaller ad budgets, can prevail a little bit more on with Facebook ads, Meta ad platform, for like Instagram and Facebook ads for residential cleaning. So if you're doing residential, then I would try there. If that's kind of all you have for an ad budget, then I would kind of start there. I'm happy that you are playing with Google Ads, because that, honestly, once you do get to that level where you can afford, where you can have an ad budget, dedicate a good amount of money to running ads, you'll be familiar with the platform, and you'll be better off than having never done anything before. But yeah, you're just not there yet. And this, you probably can make that $350 work better for you in direct sales and in direct sales and direct marketing. But yeah, there's a lot that I love running ads. I'm a media buyer at heart. Media is kind of, I own a media. I'm sitting in my media studio because that's what I love to do. So, but there's a lot more that I need to know. It's kind of hard to evaluate a campaign just based off the your clicks and your total ad budget. But keep experimenting, keep playing with it. But I wouldn't expect to have a lot of results until you have a significant budget to run ads. Erica Ventura says, I keep trying to gain access to your proposal template, but every time. So I'll give it a try again. It's not going to like re-put you into the email sequence, but try it again. I did see something last week. Another subscriber kind of pointed this out to me. You don't have to have access to edit the proposal, but I've changed the link. So now it should be perfectly fine if you go ahead and just try it again. But yeah, I did have a slight issue with it last week, so I think maybe you might have been in that group of people. But yeah, but just go ahead and give it another try. It won't like double you up in the in my email sequence or anything like that, but it'll just get you to the thank you page where you can click on the proposal template and start using it for yourself. Let's see. Walt Gaming says, should I get a LLC first or try and market my business? If you have no money to kind of pay for your LLC, then yeah, just start marketing your business. Start trying to get some money. Start trying to get some sales. There's nothing wrong with that. You can wait on getting the LLC. It's not, there's nothing prohibiting you from getting started, and you're still trying to start the business to make some money, I assume. So just start making some money. You can always go back and double back and get whatever licensing or whatever you want to have. If you want to have like some specific qualifications or some specific, whatever you want, you can do all of that stuff after you start making some money. You don't have to have any of that stuff to get started. So go ahead and get started. Do the LLC later. You will need to eventually, become a legal business entity. So you don't want to go forever, but you're allowed to make money, a good bit of it before before you're required to go and establish yourself as a business. It is something that's good to do, because a lot of people say to do it first so that you can immediately start separating your personal from your business. But in the beginning, it really doesn't matter. It's all one and the same. You just need to get some money. So get some money, then get the LLC. So let's see. Another question. We got Ty Knowles Perkins. Hey, are places like Angie's List better for leads versus cold calling? We currently have one contractor as a subcontractor. So I'm going to be super honest right now. I hate services like Angie's List and Home Advisor and all those. I really hate all those things. And it's not that they don't bring anybody any business. Some businesses, they do well with them. They get business. But here's the thing. These businesses are taking market share in your area, and you're going to do the work. The small businesses are going to be the ones carrying out that work, and at a lower price than these bigger companies who are just spending the media in this area and doing the marketing in this area, as opposed to us just doing the marketing in our areas and getting these leads for ourselves and getting the full amount of these contracts, as opposed to splitting it with companies, from other places that are huge companies that really don't need any more money, and we're going to end up doing the work anyway. I hate it. I hate giving them market share. I hate like letting them come into my area. They don't even actually clean. They just they run Google ads, and when they get leads, they give the accounts to you. They manage the relationship with the client, and you just do the work. They have all the leverage, and you have absolutely no leverage. Because if things start going absolutely great, and you have any type of quarrels or differences with them, or you don't even have to have any differences with them, it just becomes financially in their best interest to cut you out, to either go with a cheaper company in your area or not send you leads, or just charge you however much they want to charge you for leads. If you become dependent on leads from Angie's List, then guess what? Angie's List controls your profit margin, because she gets to decide how much you get leads for, how much you get new customers for. Same with like a Home Advisor or anywhere you buy leads from. If you become dependent on those things, then that you lose all your leverage. So it's not to say that buying leads from any one place is a bad thing. Cool, yeah, buy leads. If you can make your business profitable buying leads and buying contracts from other people, then yes, by all means, make the money. But you have to know, as a business, as core business activities, your business needs to know how to generate revenue. Your business needs to know how to get its own leads. You need to know what it costs for you as a business to get new customers. If you don't know that, you're in trouble. You're vulnerable as long as you don't know that. You have to learn how to run a business. Anything else is financial arbitrage, which is cool. Yeah, make your money, collect some coin, but it's not a business. You're completely reliant on someone else's business. And they're not vulnerable at all because they have the relationship with the client that you don't have because you're just doing the work. You don't even know how to get in contact with the right people. They've gotten in contact with the right people. And two, they're making money for nothing whatsoever other than just, being the face, being the relationship. You're doing the actual work. I just don't like it. I never have. I never understood it. Yeah, and I don't like that we as cleaners give up so much market share to companies like that. So I would much rather you get better at cold calling and get better and get to the point where you can run ads so that you can drive them out of your area. Like those companies in this area now, like everyone around here, the smaller companies, we've got like I spend so much myself. Like I think I'm probably one of the main deterrents that like they don't spend as much here anymore. Because they have to like compete with me directly, like that, and I encourage everyone else in the area, like, run your own ads. You see exactly what they're doing. They're running ads to get accounts, and they're running ads to get you contractors, cleaners, subcontractors. So you're like subbing out work for work that you got subbed. Like that's so much that you're only getting that middle amount of money. That's not business. That's not business to me. Much rather make my own leads, know how I can control, how many clients are coming in, how much revenue is coming in. I can control my profit margins, control the pricing. I have the relationships with my clients, so I can double back and sell them more services. I can sell them. I can adjust pricing. I can control a lot more. I can run an actual business. So, yeah, I don't like those things. If you can make them profitable, as long as you know how to make your own money, then yeah, go ahead. Then buy as many Angie's List leads and home advisor things as you can afford and make that money. But that can't be your business model. That's pretty much it. It just can't be your business model. It's totally fine. It just can't be your business model. Let's see. So we got Ivan Gonzalez next. Says, I'm tired to work 8 to 5, and I really don't know where to start a cleaning company. More than 10 years experience. See if I can make out what this is trying to say. Okay, so tired of working the 8 to 5, the 9 to 5. Don't know where to start with the cleaning business. I would start by just start where it's easiest. Come up with a name. Try to come up with a name. It's not super complicated. Come up with a name and then start occupying that space online. Just start building. That's it. That's the only thing you can do. Is just start building. Come up with a name. Start making the free things that you can make online. All the different social media platforms. Maybe trying to find a free trial for starting a website or even just a landing page. There's a lot of places where you can even get just a free landing page or a trial on a landing page or a website builder. There's a lot of things that you can do for absolutely free just to get started and get established, and just put your idea down on paper or on the computer and just have it there. And that's a good place to start from. It's just being able to see your idea, kind of what it's going to look like in real life or on the internet. So kind of just come up with what are you going to call it, and then start occupying your space online. And once you done all the to-do list things, that type of stuff never ends, because all that stuff's going to be improved on and used for the rest of your business. But yeah, start there. Just start existing online. And then start reaching out to people for cleaning. Start letting people know that you're in business. Like business is so simple. Like it really is. You really just have to tell people you're in business. Tell people what it is that you do. Find people who need your service and offer it to them. It really is that simple. Like everyone wants it to be so complicated to like it doesn't we don't you can make it as complicated as you want it to be, but it doesn't have it's really as simple as offering someone a solution for something that they need. People have a problem, you have a solution, you offer it to them. But that takes you have to tell somebody. Everyone just seems so scared to talk to people. You have to tell someone what you do. You have to let someone know that you want to do this for them. You want to help them. Be helpful. Find a way to help them. There's people who need your help. Go and be helpful. Let them know that you want to help them. If you keep it that simple, I promise it's a lot easier to approach this business. It's not super complicated. Think about it. For a homeless man to be able to start this, it has to be simple. I didn't have money to complicate things. It had to be super simple. And it even simplified my business model. Like getting paid up front. I had to. I wouldn't eat if I worked for 30 days and no one paid me. If I spent my time working and not getting paid and I had no money, a week and a half tops before I'm dead. So it's simple. In order for people to start doing business with you, you have to ask them to do business with you. It's that simple. So that's where you start. Come up with a name. What are you going to call it? Start occupying your space online and then start looking for business. Then you can start diving into the ways where you can look for business for free, whether you're cold calling people, whether you're going door to door, whether you're making content and email marketing. And those are all free. And those are all things that if you're good at, you can make millions of dollars doing. But you got to get started. You got to start somewhere. If one of those things sound like something that you actually enjoy doing, like the posting on social media sounds fun to you, maybe lean into that and see how good you can get at creating content that provides value to people, much like this whole situation here, the cleaning boss. I put out content like a free proposal template where I get your email in exchange for the value that I provide. And then I get to continue to tell you about my services or live streams where I get to, make more media that I make money from ads and I get to make more media out of, things like that. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. You just get started. All the different things work. Everything work, which is why I do everything, which is why you see me making free content, doing live streams. I do free, like I post regularly on all the social medias. We still do cold calling. I still run ads. I'm sure some of you guys have even seen some of my ads at some point. Like we still do it all because it all works. It's just how good are you at each individual thing. And what does your budget allow for you to do? Yeah, but just pick a space and get started, man. Pick a space and pick an area and get started. Decide who you're going to help and then go help them. Donnie Brasco, what's up, my guy? He says, was in the grocery store and saw you went live. Also broke my neck getting home. I appreciate you, big dog, man. Thank you for being here, man. Shout out to everybody who's on the live stream, man. This is a good one. I'm glad we did this today. I'm glad I decided to bring the Tuesday live back. This is one of my favorite things to do, and I think one of the most valuable things I could be doing on the channel is bringing value in real time to people at answering questions. If anybody wants to go and test out the proposal template just to make sure you can do it, and let me know if we've actually solved that problem. I want to make sure we get that fixed today if there is still a problem. So, but yeah, go and get the free proposal template, and see how I present my business to clients. I think that the template it's literally one of my proposals. It was literally a proposal that I got for, like, I obviously changed the name of the client and the personal details and stuff like that. But like, that was an actual proposal that I submitted and won, which is why I knew that it would work, because it was one of the biggest jobs that I had gotten at the time that I made it. So I figured I'd give it to you guys and let you guys use it as a template. I literally did it on Canva. I literally didn't change anything other than the the name of the client. I think I changed it to like imaginary good client or something like that. And I just shared the template link. That's literally all I did. Like it's my actual proposal. I mean, my actual proposal changes a little bit. Obviously, the media and the design changes every now, but that's how we do proposals. Literally exactly it. So we got Travis Bailey in the building. Says, hey, DJ, any suggestions on where to get a domain name for email marketing website to start building my brand? Thank you. So I have always used Google domains. They're like $12 a year, but I believe Squarespace purchased them. So it might still just be $12 a year, but you know, Squarespace, they don't sponsor the channel yet. I'm going to hit them up. We're going to try it again. I think we tried like sometime last year to get a sponsorship from them, but yeah, we'll try it again this year, see if we can get a sponsorship. So I'm not sponsored by Squarespace, but I just use them. But yes, Squarespace owns Google domains now. So go ahead, $12 for the whole year. And then Google Workspaces is, you can then take that domain and, you know, tie it to Google Workspace, and you can have your name at yourcompany.com if that's what you're trying to do. And then go ahead and use that with all of the different platforms. Squarespace has an email service that there's also the popular ones, the MailChimps and all the different, you know, email marketing services that are out there. But that's how you go through that. I use Google Workspace. I'm sure there's a bunch of other platforms, but I'm just big on sticking with Google since they pretty much run the internet for now. So yeah, Google domains, or which is I think Squarespace domains now, and Google Workspaces to, you know, keep everything on Google. That's how I do it. My guy Donnie Brasco says, landed 3 contracts last week. 1 client is paying up front. Thanks to you, big guy. I appreciate it, man. I try to tell people it works, man. I try to tell people it works. If you follow the steps, you do the stuff, you put in the work, you know, have some intensity, have some conviction in the stuff that you're saying. It works. It works. It doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me at all. I'm super happy for my guy, Donnie Brasco, because he's been a long-time subscriber. He's been working hard and putting his pedal to the metal for as long as he's been a part of this community. Super proud of you, my guy. I don't know if I got an applause button. Let's see. Applause button. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for giving me any credit, but that's you, man. That's you. You, big dog. You got it. That's on you, man. Keep it flowing. Keep it going, man. Keep the money coming in. All money in. All money in, baby. All money in. I'm just getting a little camera overheating warning. So if my camera shut off, y'all just be patient with me. I'll throw another one on. We'll get back to it. Let's see. Where are we in the... Let's see. Erica Ventura says, I'm interested in how to put out ads, content targeting specific niches to be able to catch something. I feel I would be good at it, but in need of some advice. Thank you for all you do. This is what I do, Erica. I don't know if you paid attention to this, but in this cleaning space, I probably have some of the best content out there. And I do this for all types of businesses and my media company and Nine Media. So this is my area of expertise right here. Wish we had a lot more time to go into it, but yes, that like this is what I do. So let's like maybe try to find a way to get one-on-one with me, or join the group. Join the groups. Anyone who actually wants to continue like deeper dives, we can actually start measuring and growing your business. Join the group, mycleaningboss.com/bosses only, and let's meet every week. Let's meet every other week, and grow your business. Let's I want to work. I want to work because this is cool, and I can answer your question. I can give you some advice, but it's not. I don't like. We don't have enough time here, enough back and forth here for me to really give you the help that I know I can give you, because this is really my area of expertise, and I can only give you like a blanket answer here. But the most valuable thing I can tell you is that as you're posting content, the organic is what you need to be paying attention to. Pay attention to what you're putting out in your organic content. Let your content be its own, targeting system. The algorithms are now based, because of the TikTokification of the entire internet, the algorithms are getting smarter and smarter at matching up what's in the content and what's valuable content for the end user. So it'll match it up with the right people if you make good content, if you make watchable content that is watchable on the platform, that's contextual to the platform that it's on. So if it's a TikTok, it needs to look like a TikTok. If it's an Instagram post, it needs to look like an Instagram post, even if it's pretty much saying the same thing. But if you pay attention to that, pay attention to trends, and make good content for that platform consistently, as you see things over-index, as you see things overperform, that's indications of the types of content that works on that platform, and letting you know that this is something that you could probably put money behind and it'll continue to perform for you. And so that's the biggest piece of advice I can give you in terms of running ads and content marketing, is really just putting media dollars behind content and creative that works. And obviously you can either just amplify the particular creative that overperformed, or you can recreate it, and because it's the type of content that performs. Is everything okay? Come home earlier, like when? Around 6 today? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm on a live right now. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, come home. All right, love you. Bye. My son. Have kids, they say. He's blowing my dang on phone up. I was like, I'm on a live stream. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yes, media. Tap in with me. Let's talk some media. Send me a DM on IG, and yeah, let's chop it up. I'll definitely help you out. But that's what I do, man. Or book a one-on-one so we can actually get into it, or join the group so we can go in on it every week and we really develop a plan for you. All right, so it's downloading the template now. Awesome. Hey, let me know if it works for you, man. I've been having some back and forth of people saying they need access and stuff. So let me know if it just worked for you, and that way I can give the thumbs up to everyone else. So. So bidding on government contracts is new to me. Any insight? Oh man, I do, but I'm not like the most educated on government contracts, but I do have a resource. His name is Eric Coffey. Look him up on YouTube. He's probably one of the most known people in the space. But yeah, look up Eric Coffey if you want to get more into government contracts. I had an interview with him at CBN conference, just like the one I did with Mario Kelly. That is one of the last videos that I put out. If you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. Mario Kelly cleans stadiums, stadium takes you know how much money it takes to clean a freaking stadium? That's a niche. That's a crazy niche. But yeah, in that same circle of people, I got to hang out a lot with Eric Coffey. He was a really, really funny dude on the party side, but man is about his business and does government contracting, and it helps a lot of people out, and so has a bunch of resources and things if that's the lane that you want to go down. But yeah, check out Eric Coffey. I'm hoping to get him on the podcast in a couple of weeks, and maybe even see if I can get him down to New Orleans for the conference to specifically talk about government contracts, because that's his area of expertise. I don't know how much time I got left on my camera, so we'll try to speed run through the last of these questions. Oh, we got a lot of questions. I don't know if I'll be able to get through everything. So WR Cleaning says pretty much got it. 79.5 impressions. Yeah, $350, 79.5 impressions. That's not great. It's not good at all. So I don't know if your targeting is off. Yeah, it's hard to say. I would need to look at your campaign to see how your campaign's set up. What type of campaign it is, if it's a remarketing campaign or if it's an awareness campaign, what your goals, what the goals are in the campaign. There's a lot of questions with the Google ad campaign. So maybe book a one-on-one with me, and we can screen share, and I can kind of go through your campaign and kind of show you what a good campaign would look like, and then you can decide if you actually want to put the amount of ad spend behind it that it will require. But yeah, those are the type of things that I need one-on-one or at least group interaction to kind of go over. Let's see, so we got more people from the UK. Shout out to the UK, man. London, Australia in the building. I love it, man. International today. Nigeria's in the building now. Love what you do, man. Hey, I love you guys, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody, we got half the world in here, man. Let's see. We got Atlantic City, New Jersey. Can you help me quote janitorial service? Lower level on daily basis. Yeah, I mean, I kind of just gotta, know what the situation is. What market are you in? What's our profit margin? How much we paying employees? What is it costing us? But yeah, it's something I can definitely do. Yeah, hop on a coaching call with me. Do you think spending 400 a week on SEO is worth it? I mean, if it's someone who knows what they're doing, if they're good at their job, and you know what you're paying for, because there's different types of SEO, there's different types of things that you can do to optimize a page for a search engine. Do you understand what you're paying for? That's the bigger question. If you're paying $400 a week and they're making like SEO blog articles or something like that, and that's your plan for getting new business is putting out highly ranked articles and things like that, are and then that might be good. That for if they're pumping out 40 articles or something like that and scheduling them out for you, maybe that's good. Maybe that's maybe that's a little overpriced. If they're doing on page, off page, schema building, and all kinds of other stuff, then that sounds really, really cheap, because I know people who pay $1,200 a week for SEO. It depends on what you're paying for, what activities they're doing. I think the bigger question is, do you know what you're paying for? What activities are they doing? How are they approaching this SEO? These SEO activities for you is the bigger question. So any money you spend on SEO is worth it if it works. If they're actually doing things that are good for your business and that are good for your website, then any amount of money is worth it. Like it's literally how you get business. How you get the most business is search. It's like free money. I come up in Google when people are searching. When people who already have in their mind, I'm going to spend $50,000 a month on janitorial service, when they go to look for service, I pop up like that. So an SEO person, they could charge me 20 grand. I don't care. Like I come up every time someone that size looks for my service. So it's of course it's worth it. But it has to work. It has to work. So do you know what you're paying for? Have you learned enough about SEO to make that call and to know what they're doing? I generally if you know what you're doing, you could probably make a process and procedure, especially for repeatable tasks for SEO, and just hire it out, maybe with a VA or something like that, and just have it internally done. But a lot of people just don't have time to do all of that stuff or train another part of the budget to do that. So they go with an agency or an SEO company, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you should know something about SEO before you start spending money on it. Let's see, Darren Griffin. I might have to end on this one before my camera explodes. He says, "What is one thing you know now that you wish you knew when you first started?" We have similar origin stories, and I'm preparing to launch in the remote residential space. Really, it was let's see, something I didn't know then that I wish I knew now. I wish I knew that I know now. It's hard to say. I think once I got it, I kind of understood what this was going to be. That's a really good question. That's a really good question, because I don't. I think it's just the mentality switch is all. It was all that I needed. There wasn't some. There's not some. There's not some like piece of information that ever comes that turns on a light bulb for you. There's literally just there might be in everyone's story maybe a point of affirmation, something that kind of affirms what what you're believing, and that you have the capability to do. There's something that might affirm that, and then that triggers the mentality switch. But that's really all it is. It's just a mentality switch. That's it. It's a mentality switch where you switch and you decide that you're going to be intense about this, and that you are actually sick of being broke, and you're saving money, and you're working. You are working. think the biggest thing I didn't know is like I didn't realize is no matter how much freedom I create in my schedule or how little I actually have to work, I would always choose to work. I didn't know that. I didn't think that I thought that once I had any amount of money or I had the option to kind of just sit back. And yeah, I have a lot of time of relaxation. A lot of times where I don't do where I don't have to do anything. But as you can see right now with free time, what do I decide to do? Decide to fill it with, providing somebody with some type of value, in an attempt to grow a business. So I always thought that I just didn't want to work. I thought that but I really just didn't like working for people. I just didn't like working for anybody else. For myself and for my own legacy, I'll work 24/7. I will work 24/7. But in terms of like knowledge of this business, all I needed was a mentality switch. There's no piece of information that I ever got that was like, oh, this is it. This is how I'm gonna like change the business. No, the basics are what will kind of get you started and will grow you to a point where you can gain the next level of knowledge of how to apply things at the next level. But there's no like piece of information that I wish I would have known starting. I really am just glad that I had that mentality switch to start actually taking this serious, taking myself serious, and really doing the things that you already know you're supposed to be doing, like saving money and working 8 hours a day. Like at least work 8 hours a day and save your money. That's it. You spend 8 hours a day, whatever you're doing. If you're trying to make money doing it for 8 hours a day, you're probably going to make some money or at least enough to live on. So I find it hard that if you spend 40 hours a week trying to do something, trying to make money doing something, and you're trying to improve within those 8 hours too, I have a hard time believing that you wouldn't eventually improve and eventually start making money. So, but I appreciate the question, man. That's a dope one. Oh, Donnie Rush says, when's the next cleaning seminar in the USA? October 9th and 10th in New Orleans. Haven't locked down the location. Somebody's working on that right now. We're trying to tie down the hotel. But definitely going to be in New Orleans on October 9th and 10th. The 10th is actually my birthday. So, but yeah, we'll start the conference on the 9th. It'll be the 10th. I'll be there for a couple of days before and after, celebrating with my family for my birthday and saying hey to people and whatnot. But yeah, we're doing Bosses Only Conference in New Orleans. It will be probably the biggest thing on mycleaningboss.com in the near future, hopefully within the next couple of days, right alongside the mentorship group, the Bosses Only mentorship group. So if that's something that you are interested in, definitely hit me up about it. Template is a game changer. You will win every proposal using the template. Bro, when I first started, it was really like that. But I was also like, when I first started doing proposals like that, I was still at a smaller account level. I was getting a lot of smaller accounts, a lot of, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month accounts, and for those type of accounts, it's overkill. It's a guarantee. Like I have never lost one of them. I've never lost a request for a proposal for a sub $2,000 account, a $2,000 a month account, using that proposal. It's just overkill. It's like, throwing a missile at something that only took a 22. It's just ridiculous. It's like cheating. But yeah, the proposal is fire. Go download it if you don't have it. Southern Queen Solution says, do you have any daycares? If so, about how many hours per clean does it take? We do have some daycare. I group it all into like early childcare and early learning facilities. So yeah, we do have some schools, some daycares. My operations manager has been in the childcare space for like 10 years, so she had a lot of connections. So we do a lot of that stuff. So it's one of my favorite places to clean. We did a whole lot of disinfecting after COVID, and then we kind of just kept on some of those clients. But how many hours per clean does it take? Like the buildings are different sizes, so it takes, buildings are different sizes, teams are different sizes. So it's too broad of a question for me to really answer. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to kind of give you something valuable, but yeah, I can't. It's hard to say how many hours it takes to clean the daycare. It depends on the daycare. It depends on the size and how dirty the kids are, or how dirty how much traffic they have throughout the day. Hey, thank you, Ruth. I appreciate you being here. Donnie Brush says I'll be there on the 8th. We in New Orleans, baby. We in the city. NOLA. Man, I love y'all. Let's see what's this one. Since I went to the conference in Vegas and you said get paid up front, that has been my goal. Yes, let's just get it. Get the money up front. Start off with some money, man. Start off your business with some money. Start doing some money. Start getting some money up front. It's not a crazy thing. You need the money. Yeah. You let my little sister rock out, man, for the outro. Hopefully my camera lasts through the entire outro. I love y'all so much, man. This is my favorite thing to do. I'm glad we were able to come back and do another live. Y'all make sure y'all go to My Cleaning Boss. Oh, we got to change the ticker. You can go to mycleaningboss.app too, but go to mycleaningboss.com. And that's where you can see everything that's going on with the Cleaning Boss family, everything that we're selling, everything that we're doing and advertising. That's it, man. All money in. Go get it. Have some intensity. Run your business with intensity. Do this on purpose. Put your effort into it. Everything you got into it. With the intensity of trying to run away from a dog that's at your heels that you've been teasing for years. Intense. Put everything into it. You just can't ignore it. Many times we fall back though.
This for all my boss days. Go do your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing love. This for all my boss, babe. Go do your boss, babe. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing love.
I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next time. I don't know when the next live stream is gonna be, but you sure y'all tap in with me, man. Hit me up on IG and Instagram, or IG and TikTok. I'll be around, man. I love y'all. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.